Hi everyone. I just wanted to come to you with a quick video here talking about some of the assignments that are due and some of the next assignments that we're going to be working on as we kind of move into the last stretch of the semester here. So on Monday the 30th, our literary analysis essay is due, the essay about Independence Day by Sefi Atta. So hopefully you are just finishing those up. Hopefully they're coming along well. Um, I did post comments on all the rough drafts that were submitted a few days ago, so you should be able to see some comments there, some feedback. Excuse me, I just ate a large chicken sandwich, fried chicken sandwich. So try to keep myself going here. Um, so yes, we do have that essay due. Here's what I'll say about it. If working on this essay for a couple of extra days, if handing it in on Wednesday would make this essay a lot better than if you handed it in on Monday, it might be in your best interest to think about that. Because like I don't really take that many points off for if something's like a day or two late. If it's a couple of days late, I'll take off like probably 5 points or less. So if your options are like doing a really rushed, like not fully complete, maybe not even long enough essay and submitting it on time, or taking a couple extra days, but giving it your best effort and meeting all the requirements and stuff, that might kind of help you in a way. Even if you lose a couple points for lateness, you might gain points, for having a better essay. So that's always something to think about. I am also accepting any other late work up until the end of the semester. We'll be taking this stuff. But yeah, we are kind of starting to run out of time here, so I would start at least making a plan for submitting anything you've missed, especially the essays. I would definitely emphasize that if you don't hand in the essays, if you don't hand in, I would say if you hand in two of the essays, we can work with that. If you only hand in one essay, it's going to hurt your grade a lot. If you don't hand in any of the essays, then yeah, it's going to be difficult, to pass the course. We still have time to do this stuff, but get in touch, ask me some questions. I would love to try to explain more. And yeah, we still have time to submit anything late. I'm still accepting it. And I'll say one more time, the literary analysis essay is due the 30th. Another assignment that I think I showed you last week, I posted last week, was the descriptive assignment. This one is not an essay. The descriptive assignment fits under the small writing assignment category. If you remember back to when I explained the grade breakdown from the beginning of the semester, that's on the syllabus. So that descriptive assignment is a small writing assignment. I think it's only like 500 words. I believe I have it due the 7th of December, which I think is the following Monday, next Monday. So that I think is pretty easy. I think it should make sense if you read through the assignment sheet there. It's asking you to describe a place from your childhood. This is like, I think we're going to be doing one more of these small writing assignments. I usually would have done them earlier in the semester, but things are hectic and strange for me, just like they are for you this semester. So we'll all cut each other some slack, I think. So that assignment, not an essay. You don't need an intro or conclusion, not an essay, just kind of a writing exercise, I would say. It's asking you to describe a place from your childhood. And maybe the way to think about this is to describe, yes, in terms of like sensory stuff, what did it look like, sound like, smell like, and all that, but also to try to create like a vibe or like a mood, by being very intentional about your word choice, and the way that you describe it, to kind of show us what it feels like to be in this place also, not just like what it looks like. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. It's kind of similar to what we did with the narrative essay, right? I know you did some descriptions there. So maybe think about that. So yeah, that's what that is. Just simple, I think, maybe even a little fun. Okay, and then the last assignment, and I haven't posted the assignment sheet for this. I'm going to try to do so maybe on like Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll see if I can this week. But our last essay that we're going to do, it's going to be just an argument essay. So it's going to be, I'll save the requirements, but it's going to involve research. And I'll tell you a little bit about the topics. I have two of the topics decided. I might add a third one, but I'll just start telling you about it now. So it's going to be an argument essay in that you're going to make an argument, right? Which is probably something that we're a lot more used to maybe than the last few essays that we did. But I'm hoping kind of that through the narrative and the literary analysis that we maybe have gained a new approach towards writing an argument essay. What I really wouldn't want to see is for you to kind of revert back to those like 5 paragraph essay ways of writing, I would encourage you to still try to um, not sound so formulaic and stuff, and take the approach that I talked about in my videos on introductions and conclusions and a thesis and all that stuff. So hopefully we can return to writing argument essays, because of course that's what you're going to be writing mostly in other courses, so I'm aware of that and I want us to practice it. And I think I have some interesting topics that are worth writing about and thinking about for you. But yeah, hopefully we can take the perspective we've gained from all the other stuff that we did and bring it back here. So, two of the options that I'm going to give you to write about, I'm going to try to give you a lot of freedom in terms of like your specific thesis and your argument. I'm going to suggest some more general topics, and then within that, you should probably try to find like a specific thesis. Uh, so, I'm going to try to get a third one, but my first two. The first one I have is to write about college. I'm going to frame all of this in terms of solving a problem. This essay is going to ask you to argue for a solution to a specific problem. So the first option is to write about a problem with college. So for this, what you would do is like identify what you think some problems with college are, and then argue for a solution to one of those problems. Now, by like you're going to also do research, so you would do research to see like what other solutions have been offered. Like, I think I'm going to ask you guys to list, your top problems with college that you see. But just to take on an obvious one that students always bring up, tuition or student debt, right? So if you're interested in that, could be the problem. So you could write an essay arguing for a solution that has to do with student debt. Now, obviously, you would have to do a lot of research to know how to solve that, because you don't know how to solve that. I know you don't know how to solve that right now. Maybe you've had some ideas or you've heard some ideas, but I'm sure you could become a lot more clear on the matter. So I will assign some essays on each of the topics that I'm giving, but it's also going to be on you to do some outside research for your essay and see like what solutions people have suggested, and if you agree with anything that's been said so far, or if people are missing something and you can add something unique to this. But it's all going to be framed around solving a problem. So obviously there's many other problems with college than just debt and tuition stuff. There's a lot of other stuff too. Teaching is probably one of them. Obviously the online format. I'm not going to say too many because I'm going to ask you for suggestions, so I should stop. But I think you get what I'm saying, right? Is that you would pick one of those problems, try to argue for a solution. That would be your thesis. So the first option is going to be something about college, anything about college you want. Like I said, I'm going to try to give you some freedom within this. The second option I'm going to give you is something related to coronavirus. I'm trying to make this real world stuff. Like I don't want to give you guys like bullshit busy work assignments. I'm not trying to waste your time here. I'm really not. So I'm trying to give you stuff that I think matters and things that are present in your lives. And that maybe as educated people, maybe we should have opinions on. So I'm gonna give you the option to write about like anything related to COVID. And again, the way I would frame this is like, what is a current problem with the response to coronavirus and what people are doing about it, and how could we solve that problem? So I think there's like two main buckets for this option. There's like the problems around like the public health stuff itself. Should we be closing restaurants? Should we be closing gyms? Like, should there be another lockdown? Is 6 feet the correct thing? Is that a real thing? Vaccines, how do we do them? All that kind of stuff, right? Which, again, would require a lot of research. I know you guys are not experts on this stuff, and I'm not necessarily either, honestly. So that's where the research comes in, where you need to go read some people who are experts on this stuff if you're going to have, like, a good, informed argument. So yeah, all the straight up health stuff, I think, is one way to approach this option. And the other one would be the economic stuff. Like, what should the government be doing in terms of the economy and helping people with rent and mortgage and unemployment and all of these kinds of things? What's the government doing? What could they be doing? Could it be interesting to look at what other countries are doing and see if that's better or worse than what America is doing? And then, of course, argue for a solution. What do you think should be done? So, yeah, to write about solve a problem related to college, solve a problem related to COVID. I'm going to try to come up with a third option. I have some possibilities, but I haven't really decided yet. Because, again, I'm trying to give you a lot of freedom here. But that's what our last essay is going to be. I'll get back to you on when I'm going to be assign the rough draft to be due. It'll probably be a couple of weeks. but the final draft of it is going to be due the last day of the semester, which I want to say is December 21st. I'm going to double check that, and I'll make sure to let you know once I'm sure about it. But yeah, it's going to be due at the very end of the semester. So that's kind of stuff that we're going to be working on here next couple of weeks. Okay, see you later, everybody.